Hey guys, welcome to Blind United. Welcome to another video. And Mauricio Pochetino has been sacked by Tottenham Hotspur. I know it's kind of late after the news got hold, but today honestly I had many videos in mind today because there was a lot going on. The thing about Gareth Bale and Real Madrid and that game against Wales, the celebration was very controversial. I know we're Barcelona fans, and it might seem funny, but it's actually very disrespectful. I don't know if I'm gonna do a video about that. What I had to say about Ricky Puig today, and what Kluivert had to say about Ricky Puig, Argentinian, and those kind of things. That was probably the video I was gonna do today, but when I heard about what happened to Pochettino, I couldn't let it pass. A lot just went on today. It was a very eventful day for news about world football. And by continuing with the topic, Pochettino has been sacked by Spurs after 5.5 years of, in my opinion, absolutely wonderful job that he's done with Spurs. He's carried that team. He's taken that team from mid-table mediocrity, just like Jurgen Klopp, and made that team into an established top 4 team. And yes, this season it might not seem like it, but other than that, Spurs were comfortably pretty much, and since they got into the Champions League the first time around, they've been pretty comfortably finishing in top 4 positions, and that is consistency that is very valuable. Something that Arsenal fans never gave Arsene Wenger like the credit it deserved. It was always finishing in top 4 positions, regardless of not spending hugest amount of money. And I think that is something very important to note about. That there is these teams that spend ridiculous amount of money, and there's just no way to compete with them. Or at least it's very hard. And Pochettino, he has the squad that has been spent the least amount of money. He had to deal last season. He got to a Champions League final, and yes, he got into a Champions League final that way by very controversial game against Manchester City, against a total collapse from Ajax. But he took them to a Champions League final with a club that had done no investment for over a season. Like, he had to deal very much with what he had to do, and it was a remarkable job. I thought that Pochettino has been one of the greatest coaches in the past 5 years, for sure, one of the top coaches. This is gonna start an alert for Real Madrid, especially because I know that we're after Pochettino. Like, Mourinho, Pochettino's available, Allegri. Those kind of managers are very suited to Real Madrid, and we'll see. Definitely Real Madrid, if I had to say, during the front foot of signing Pochettino, maybe Manchester United. But right now, the Manchester United job, I don't think it's as appealing as Real Madrid job. Zidane could very easily get sacked if the team starts going downtrend, because they're not in a great place as it is. Like, they're fine, they're picked up a little bit, but it's not been great for Real Madrid. And I believe that if the real opportunity of Pochettino came about, he would probably take it. The thing is that I want to talk first about what happened to Spurs, because what happened to Tottenham Hotspur this season is just like the end of a project. Like, they just tried to prolong a project that it just should have ended a few seasons ago. And I believe that, and I'm a firm believer. I did the video at Spurs, like how to rebuild them, how to take them to great strengths. And I would still fill that hole if you're able to keep those players motivated. But I believe that, and I accept myself from blame here, because I'm not in the dressing room. I don't know that the players have utterly lost motivation. And well, the thing is that I believe the players just started doing things that are not. I don't think the players tried to get Mauricio Pochetino sacked, but more like send a message, because what happened with Christian Eriksen has been a detriment to the squad. Like, it's obviously the players who want to be there. You're not making him easy to go there after he's done so much for your club, because he's been one of the key players for Pochettino since he's been there. He has transformed most of those players who were barely anyone in world football before, and he made them into world-class players. Dele Alli, the likes of Kyle Walker, Danny Rose, Trippier. He got them all big moves. The ones that have left, he's made them into world beaters. The one that have stayed have been players that have been really world-class players, like Harry Kane, Dele Alli, Christian Eriksen, Hugo Lloris, Bertongen, Alderweireld. Those kind of players. Like, he's made Heung-min Son. But then you see that, like, basically, because the message for me is that, hey, Christian Eriksen is like me. He's one of the best players in the club, and the team, like, you know, Spurs just don't aspire to win like the big trophies. They're a team that's going to be established in the top 4, that are fighting for being top 4, but they clearly, Daniel Levy does not have the intentions of challenging for a Premier League title like Manchester or Liverpool, because there gets a point where, yes, all your hard work can be good, but you do have to spend some money. Like, you do have to spend some big money, and just signing Lo Celso and Tanguy Ndombele wasn't enough for this Tottenham Hotspur team. You left the team without a right back, with an established first team right back. You've kept Alderweireld and Bertongen and Eriksen, all of them that wanted to leave this summer. You've kept them all, and the message that you're giving the other players, like the Kanes, your Alex, your Sons, is that, hey, if I ever want to leave, these people are never gonna let me go. So basically, the players are kind of going to strike against the board, against Daniel Levy, and that is taken, unfortunately, Daniel Pochettino, Mauricio Pochetino, in the crossfire. It's unfortunate. He is a top manager, definitely much better than Valverde, and this argument that he hasn't won anything, it's complete BS, because yes, you can tell me that Pochettino hasn't won anything, but he's still much better than Valverde, than Zidane, for one. Like, and this is where I want to transition, talking about Valverde and Zidane. Like I said, Real Madrid are in pole position to sign Pochettino if they want to sign Zidane. And I know that Pochettino at a time said that he was never gonna be joining Barcelona, that he'd rather be in his farm than coach Barcelona or Arsenal, and it's understandable, you know. He was a coach of Espanyol and of Tottenham, and it was understandable to say that, but he said we have to understand the context of when he said that. And he said that at a moment where Barcelona were in the pinnacle of world football, at a moment where, you know, it would have been unrealistic for him to ever get offered that job. But at this moment in time, I believe that if the opening came available, he would take it. And you want my honest opinion about it? Is that he would be an absolutely fantastic fit, because I talk about Luis Enrique a lot, and he's just been appointed Spain manager. By the way, very controversial. Like I said, very full of news today. But going back to the topic of Luis Enrique, if I believe he's the best possible manager that's not Pep Guardiola right now that we can sign, then probably the closest manager to Luis Enrique right now in world football is Mauricio Pochetino. Just because he believes in the way that, I mean, if he had players to play possession-based football, I'm sure that he would do it. But he designed a team that, if you see the physical condition of those Tottenham Hotspur players, they're all in unbelievable condition. And that is something that I would love, because like Luis Enrique, he would put those players through a living hell, and he would make them run like you have no idea. They would train at a maximum percentage, and in comparison to Valverde, who has no power in that dressing room, well, we believe that Pochettino would have the power to, you know, say something. He's Argentinian, might have a good relationship with Lionel Messi. So, you know, he could maybe motivate the players, tell them, hey, we have this great squad, let's try and compete at our best level so we can try to win as many trophies as we can. And I believe that that is a good thing to do. That's something that it should be considered. Is it gonna happen? I wouldn't put it, I don't know, like, first of all, you have to sack Valverde, and that is something that I just don't think the board are gonna do until the end of the season, or until something really bad happens, which maybe, like, you know, we lose in the Clasico really badly or something like that. But other than that, I can see the board sacking Valverde at this point. Pochettino, I don't think is gonna, he could possibly take the whole season off. I'm sure that he's not gonna jump into a random like team or project, because he's probably gonna go into a team that has kind of interesting players to try about. Like right now, Borussia Dortmund job I think would be a very appealing job for Mauricio Pochetino, to be completely honest. But you know, there is just something I was gonna think about. This thing about, man, like what he said about not training Barcelona. Like, situations change. These things in football are said all the time, and they're not true. Like the same philosophy, like people thinking that Mbappe is not gonna join Barcelona because he's a Real Madrid fan. Like, no, like it's just not a thing. Like Modric was a Barcelona fan, and Isco is a Barcelona fan, and they joined Real Madrid. Like, this kind of things happen all the time. Like, Harry Kane is an Arsenal fan and he's playing for Spurs. Like, it doesn't matter. These things in football don't really matter unless you're a really, really die-hard fan. But with these players, that yes, they might grow up liking that team quite a bit, but they have no affiliation. They don't have to have this kind of thing. So, you know, it would be really interesting for me to see Mauricio Pochetino maybe possibly train Barcelona. Anyways, with that said and done, leave me your opinions in the comment section below. Would you like to think Mauricio Pochetino to coach Barcelona? Leave me all your opinions in the comment section below. Comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next round, Blaugranas.